Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today, inshallah, we will learn lesson number 3 of Durusul Lughatul Arabiya. Okay. So you wait a minute. Please switch off your mics. If any of you have question, you can type in the chat box. In the first lesson, we have learned about the indefinite and the definite sentences. Definite and indefinite sentences we have learned. A noun is either a definite or indefinite. Nakiratun, ma'rifatun. Nakiratun indefinite, ma'rifatun definite. Like English, Arabic nouns can be indefinite, nakiratun, or definite, ma'rifatun. Ma'rifatun. And in this lesson, we are going to learn the definite nouns, lesson number 3. And we will learn about the Hamza Kati and Hamzatul Wasal, where we have to pronounce the Hamza and where we have to skip the Hamza. An indefinite noun is indicated by tanween. We have learned in the first lesson of this book. There is a tanween at the end of the noun. Last particle, last radical of the noun, there is a tanween, which doubles the vowel sign at the end of the word, like kitabun. At the kitab, there is a double vowel, dhamma, double dhamma, kitabun. And I have told you in the last class that this is actual form of kitabun. This is actual form of the kitabun. At the end, there is a noon silent, noon sukoon. If there is a noon sukoon at the end of a noun, it is indefinite sentence. Ism nakira, like kursiyun. So they all are indefinite sentences. And what we do? We eliminate the tanween. We eliminate the noon sakin. We eliminate the noon sakin and we double the vowel. So this is kitabun. How we can make a noun definite? A definite noun is indicated by alif lam. A definite noun is indicated by alif lam. There is a alif lam prefixed to the noun. Prefixed to the noun. This also results in eliminating tanween. So if we use the alif lam, if we prefix alif lam to alif lam al, we call it al to the noun, then after that there will be no more tanween. There will be no more tanween. Al will eliminate the tanween at the end of the word kursiyun. So if there is a al, we prefix to the noun, then this tanween will eliminate and there will be no tanween. Al kitabu, we prefix al, then kitabun become bu. Al kitabu, al kursiyu, al and tanween cannot coexist. Cannot coexist means they can at the same time al and tanween cannot use with the noun at the same time. So al kitabun will be incorrect. Al and tanween bun at the same time at a same noun we cannot use. Please note many proper nouns Muhammadun, Khalidun and with tanween, but they are still the definite marfa. Proper nouns, they are always marfa. Okay. This one we already have learned in our previous lessons. Now we go to our lesson. Today we will learn al-harufu shamsiyatu and al-haruful qamariyatu. What is the al-harufu shamsiya? Sheen is an example of a solar letter. There is no relation of Ashams with the Rufu Shamsiya. Okay. Sheen is an example of a solar letter. Ash-Shamsu. What we do with Ash-Shamsu? How we pronounce it? Alif Lam, we added Alif Lam. Ash. We have prefix Alif Lam and Sheen. This Lam we don't pronounce. We will pronounce it Ash-Shamsu. The Lam we will skip. The nouns on this pattern, we will call them al-harufu shamsiya or solar letters. Solar letters. Al-harufu shamsiya. The letter Lam is not pronounced. We don't pronounce Lam. After Alif, we pronounce the Sheen, Ash-Shamsu. The correct pronunciation is Ash-Shamsu, not Al-Shamsu. We cannot pronounce it Ash-Shamsu. And on this red letter, Sheen, there is a Madda, Tashdid. There is a Tashdid, this one, like this. So this is, we call it Tashdid. Okay. If there is a tashdid or there is a tashdid on a letter, it means that we will not pronounce the alif lam. And if there is no tashdid, then we will pronounce this lam, like al-qamaru. Al-qamaru, you see here, this qaf don't have this tashdid. So if there is no tashdid, then we will pronounce lam. Then we will pronounce it al-qamaru. We first read the solar letters. The assimilation of lam is indicated by the shadda. By the shadda. This we call it shadda. You can see here below the fatha. Below the fatha, there is shadda. So this one, we call it shadda. The assimilation of lam is indicated by shadda on the solar letters. And if you find this shadda, we will not pronounce the lam. There are the 28 alphabet in Arabic. 14th of them are on the pattern of ash-shamsu, and 14th of them are on the pattern of al-qamaru. Articulation of solar letter involves the tip of the tongue. Ta, sa. So you will see them in the next page. Then what are the huruful kamariya, lunar letters? Moon, you can call it moon letters. If you feel any difficulty to memorize lunar letters, you can memorize them as a moon letter. Qaf is an example of the lunar letter. Like al-qamaru. The letter lam is pronounced. The pronunciation is al-qamaru. No shadda is necessary on the lunar letters. No shadda is necessary on the lunar letters or on the moon letters, like ba, kaf, mim, kaf, waw. This is a table. This is table of the solar and the lunar letters. First we go to the solar letters. At-tajiru, ta. If there is a ta after lam, if there is a ta after the lam, then we will not pronounce this lam. At-tajiru, as-saubu, ad-diku. These nouns, these radicals, they all are solar on the pattern of solar letters. They all are solar. So when you find these radicals after lam, we will not pronounce the lam. At-tajiru, trader, merchant. As-saubu, dress. Ad-diku, roaster. Az-zahabu, gold. Az-zahabu, gold. Ar-rajulu, the man. The man. Az-zaharatu, flower. As-samaku, fish. Ash-shamsu, the sun. As-sadru, chest. Ad-daifu, we call it week. At-talibu, student. Az-zahru, bag. Az-zahru, bag. Al-lahmu, meat. An-najmu, star. So if these letters are, we prefix alif lam with these letters, then we will not pronounce the lam. But if Hamza, Ba, Jim, Ha, Kha, Ain, Ghain, Fa, Kaf, Kaf, Mim, Waw, Ha, Ya, then we will pronounce this lam. Al Abu, father, the father. Al Babu, the door. Al Jannatu, the heaven. Al Himaru, the donkey. Al Khubzu, the bread. Al Ainu, the eye. Al Ghada'u, the lunch. Al Famu, mouth. Al Qamaru, moon. Al Kalbu, the dog. Al Ma'u, water. Al Waladu, the boy. Al Hawa'u, air. Al Yadu, hand. So if this table, we will pronounce lam of alif al, and if this table, then we will not pronounce lam. This one noun ending you will learn in the lesson number 4, and what is the jumlatul ismiya you will learn in the lesson number 4. What is hamzatul wasl? Okay, the alif of al, the definite article, is called hamzatul wasl. Alif in al, of the definite article, is called hamzatul wasl. It only comes at the beginning of the word. It only comes in the beginning of the word. If preceded by another word, it is not preceded. It is not pronounced. If it preceded by another word, it is not pronounced. How we will not pronounce it? Like hamzatul wasl also appears in the word without alif lam. Hamzatul wasl can appear without the alif lam, even though in a sentence there is no alif lam. But it can be in a sentence. Wasalun means joining, uniting, attaching. So this is hamzatul wasl is joining hamza, uniting hamza, or attaching the hamza. How? Ismun. Ismun. There is no alif lam in ismun. In ismun, there is no alif lam. Name. But when there is a preposition, Bismillah. Bismillah. We attach ba. Ba is a preposition, huruf jar. It means with. So this one is ba plus ism. Ismun. So this ba we skipped, and ba, this alif we skipped, and ba right with the sin. Bismillah, with the name. Millah, with the name of Allah. Mim we pronounce with lam. This alif of Allah, we don't pronounce. This is hamzatul wasl. This is hamzatul wasl that we don't pronounce. Bismillah. Okay. Same with the ibnun. Ibnun, there is hamza, there is alif before ibnun. Isabnu Maryam. Isabnu. So this sa we pronounce with ba. Isabnu Maryama. And if there is a hamzatul wasl and there is a word before the hamzatul wasl, we don't pronounce hamzatul wasl. Hamzatul wasl is written in one of the following 3 ways. There are 3 ways of writing the hamzatul wasl. Okay. with the symbol of, this is one symbol. If you saw at the alif, this symbol, so it means that this alif is Hamzatul Wasl. Then the second is without this symbol or without this Hamza. Simple, just simply, there is no haraka, no silent, nothing, no Hamza at the alif. Simple alif. So this is also Hamzatul Wasl. Sometimes completely omitted in writing. Sometimes we completely omit in the writing Bismillah, like Bismillah, this ba and ismun. But in writing, we don't write this alif. Alif of ismun, we delete it. So sometimes we don't write Hamzatul Wasl. Like Bismillah, there is no Hamza, there is no alif of the ism. Bismillah. Both alif and lam in al are not pronounced when a word started with the solar letter. Alif and lam. Alif and lam. We will not pronounce. Not pronounced. So means all we will not pronounce when a word starts with the solar letter and is preceded with another word like one najmu. This is an najmu. The form here is wow. Wow mean and. Okay. Plus an najmu. Okay. So there is a word, there is a haraf before alif lam, before this alif lam. And noon is a solar letter. Noon is a solar letter. So if there is a letter before the alif lam, and that alif lam preceded by a solar letter, then we will not pronounce alif and lam. Both we will not pronounce. We will pronounce this vaw with noon, one najmu. So here alif and lam both we will not pronounce. If alif lam is attached with the solar letter, but if alif lam is attached with the lunar letter or with the moon letter, then we will only skip alif, and lam we will pronounce because that is lunar letter, moon letter. What is Hamzatul Qat'i? Hamzatul Qat'i is, what is Hamzatul Qat'i? Cutting, discontinuing, separating. As opposed to Hamzatul Wasl. As opposed to Hamzatul Wasl, Hamzatul Qat'i is always pronounced. If there is a Hamzatul Qat'i in a sentence or with the noun, we will not skip it. We must pronounce it regardless of its position. Whatever is its position, it is in the beginning of the sentence, it is in the middle of the sentence, whatever its position in the sentence, we always pronounce it. Okay. Hamzatul Wasl is usually written with the Hamza. If there is this sign of up on the letter or below the alif, then it is Hamzatul Qat'i, like this one. On the alif, on the top of the alif, there is a Hamza, sign of Hamza. So this is Hamza Qat'i, and there is Hamza below the letter. This is also Hamzatul Qat'i. So these are the two signs of Hamzatul Qat'i. लगे रहो हाँ जी चलता फिर अच्छा okay sorry, if you see this sign of Hamza on alif, you should understand that this is Hamzatul Qat'i, and we cannot skip it. We must have to pronounce, like Qul huwallah, huwallah. This alif is Hamzatul Wasal. We will pronounce this waw with the lam, huwallah. But ahadun, ahadun, this is Hamzatul Qat'i. We cannot skip it. We must have to pronounce this Hamza. Kulhu wallahu ahad. Ahad. This alif, whatever its position in the sentence, we must have to pronounce. Even this is in the beginning of the sentence, even this is in the middle of the sentence, even this is at the end of the sentence. We must have to pronounce this Hamza. Then the second example is wa iz qala, wa iz qala rabbuka. This is Hamza Qat'i. We cannot pronounce this waw with was qala. We cannot pronounce like this. Was qala, we cannot pronounce like this. We must have to pronounce this Hamza. This is separating this waw. This Hamza is separating this waw, so we must have to pronounce it. Is mean when. Ahadun, one. So this is the difference between the Hamzatul Wasal and Hamzatul Qat'i. And these are the examples. Find solar letters. Al-Harufu Shamsiyatu. Lunar letters. Al-Haruful Qamariyatu. And instances of Hamzatul Wasal and Hamzatul Qat'i in Suratul Fatiha. So, Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. What is this? Here we have to find Hamza, Haruful Shamsiya. Haruful Shamsiya and Haruful Qamariya. Alhamdulillah. Lam is Haruful Shamsiya or Haruful Qamariya. So we will pronounce Alhamdu Lillahi Rabbil Alameen. Rabbil Alameen. This ba we will pronounce with the lam. So this is lunar, moonlet. This Hamza and this lam is a lunar letter. Ar-Rahman. There is a ra. So ra have tashdid. You see here there is a tashdid on ra. So it means that this is a solar letter. Ar-Rahmanu is a solar letter. Nir-Rahim. This noun we are pronouncing with the ra, and ra is a solar letter. And you can see here there is a tashdid on ra. But on alif, on ha there is no tashdid. That's why we pronounce alif lam. Maliki yawmiddin. This da have tasdeed. So we cannot pronounce this alif. Yawmiddin. This meme we will pronounce here with the da. Middin. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. This ya. Okay. This ya, this Hamza. Okay. This Hamza is Hamza tulqatay. This Hamza is Hamza tulqatay because below this alif, there is this sign of Hamza. So we must have to skip this alif. Sorry, we cannot skip this alif. We will pronounce this alif. Iyyaka. This is in the beginning of the sentence. This is in the beginning of the sentence. But we are pronouncing it. Iyyaka na'budu wa waw. Even there is a waw. Wa iyyaka. And this is in the middle of the sentence. This Hamza is in the middle of the sentence. But because this is Hamzatul Qat'i, so we will pronounce it. We will pronounce this alif. Wa iyyaka nasta'in. And this one, this Hamza, and this Hamza, and this Hamza, and this one, they all are Hamza tul wasal. They all are Hamza tul wasal. So when they are in the, there is a word before this Hamza, we will not pronounce them. But if in the beginning of the sentence, like Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, this Hamza is in the beginning of the sentence, so we will read it. Alhamdulillah. And this Hamza in the middle of the sentence, so we will not read it. Rabbil alamin. This Hamza we will skip because this is Hamzatul Wasal. Same Nirrahma. This is Hamza tul Wasal. And this is Ra, Tashdid. This is a solar letter. Because this is a solar letter, so we will not pronounce Alif and Lam. Alif and Lam, both we will not pronounce. Noon, we will pronounce with the Ra. Maliki Yawmiddin, same here. This is a solar letter. So Mim, we will pronounce with the Da. Alif and Lam, we both will not pronounce here. Yawmiddin. Okay. And this one Hamzatul Wasal, Hamzatul Qat'i. This one also Hamzatul Qat'i. This is Hamzatul Wasal in the beginning of the sentence. So we will pronounce it. Iya ihdi Nasira. Nasira. Sad. Sad is also solar letter. So this Alif and Lam, we will not pronounce. Nasira. Okay. Because just now we have learned. You see here. Hamzatul Qat'i is usually written with the, okay. Here is. Okay. Leave it. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Ta, because this is a moon letter. Mim is a moon letter. There is no shadda. Ta we will read with the lam. And Hamzatul Wasal we will skip. Tal mustaqim. Sira tallazina. This is Hamza tul Wasal. So we skip it. Okay. Siratal lazina an'amta alayhim. This alif, Hamzatul Qat'i. There is a sign of Hamza on the letter. An'amta alayhim. Ghayril. This is a solar letter. So this ra we will pronounce with this lam. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim. Waladdallin. This Hamza is Hamza tul wasal. And this is a solar letter. So this lam we will pronounce with the alif and lam, both we will skip. Waladdallin. So this is how we have to pronounce the alif lam and huruful shamsiya, huruful qamariya, and hamzatul qat'i and hamzatul wasal. And this is all the same things that we have learned today. And tomorrow we will learn hamzatul wasal. We already have learned. So tomorrow we will learn more about this lesson. Lesson number 3. So any of you have any question, you can raise your hand. I think we have 1-2 minutes. Mustafa Damir. Okay. Yes, brother.
Selamun Aleyküm.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I am calling from Turkey, and I
Yes.
am joining from Turkey as well. In Turkey, zuhur, salat, namaz,
Right, brother.
salat starts 2 minutes to 1 o'clock, and
Right.
it is overlapping your lesson. Is it possible to start your lesson at 12:30 or 1:30?
Okay, so what time is now there?